Florida and Alabama health professionals are finding personal protective equipment is in short supply. The Mobile County Health Department says it is prepared, saying it has about 120-day stockpile supplies on hand. In March, hundreds of thousands of non-medical latex gloves were donated from local nail salons and other suppliers. Stockpiling these supplies is keeping some local medical services alive.
So that's kind of what some of the ambulance companies were doing, was getting the latex ones just to clean the ambulance after each patient, but then they could keep their good nitrile gloves to provide the cares.
So what about those medical gloves? Surprisingly, the CDC says they are not necessarily required. And now with the second wave of the pandemic in full swing, don't be surprised if your physician is not wearing gloves when giving shots. NBC 15's Rachel Wilkerson has details.
There's no doubt about it. Gowns and gloves are stretched thin during this pandemic. So much so, Dr. Randy Murphy with Mobile County Health Department says when the vaccine is distributed, docs won't have to wear gloves.
Which is why the CDC recommendations, when it comes out about administering vaccine, it will not include a recommendation to use gloves when administering the vaccine, to try to not further burden the glove supply.
You heard right. With all the protective measures in place, attending physicians are not required to stretch on a pair of gloves when giving shots.
I don't know the protocol at this point.
UAB's Chief Nursing Officer Terry Poe says right now there is still confusion with the vaccine protocol. She's working to have the answers this week. Dr. Marty McDonald with Immediate Care of the South says right now they are trying to limit the use of gloves and aren't wearing them unless they have to.
We're pretty much swabbing people without gloves on. We're just washing our hands afterwards.